You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Snowy Radio, the sounds of the season.
Commercial free.
100%.
By the way, thanks to our sponsors for making that whole thing happen.
You can listen right now and see the sponsors at snowyradio.com. Dan, what you got, man?
A day before Thanksgiving. Holy moly. Yeah. Right. You guys all ready? What are you doing?
We're eating leftovers.
Well, somebody's got to make them first.
Stuffing.
That's it?
That's all I have to make this year, which is
my sister-in-law's
beautiful.
doing the rest.
Yeah.
Which sister-in-law?
Shannon.
My brother's wife.
Oh, you're going to DeSmet.
Yes.
Hang out a little house in the prairie.
City of DeSmet.
Did that sum it up? Which sister-in-law? My brother's wife.
Okay, yeah, that clears it all up.
Sorry.
All right, well, good for you.
What about you, Dan? You're
good
cooking, right?
Me?
You doing all that?
Yeah, I do turkey. Yep, picked it up just the other day. And
I'm trying to convince Dan to just come with us, but
that's not going to happen.
Well, no, because I love the deal.
I'm thinking of staying with Dan.
They're like, cut it all up, and then it goes in the freezer. And then, I've got top grade turkey for a good month and a half.
Nice, very nice.
There you go. Should we take a look at a little birthday list today?
I think we should.
A lot of celebrities, people you would know, whatever, have birthdays today. And I just kind of went, you know what? No, I'm only doing this one.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You will know why when I just do this one. Born this day would have been 53 today, actually. Mr. Todd Beamer, American hero. Todd was the gentleman on United Airlines Flight 93.
Let's roll.
9/11/2001, who got a few folks together on that flight and said, you know what? We ain't doing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And attempted to regain control from those demon seeds who had commandeered the airplane and crashed it in a field outside Philly. So Todd
American
Beamer,
hero.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace, brother. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. This was a game changer. It was this day in 1859. Naturalist Charles Darwin publishes his work on the origin of species. Forever changing, dramatically changing the view of evolution and laying the foundation for evolutionary biology.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you read his works?
I have. In school, we had to read a little bit of that.
John's interviewed his scullery maid. Evolution, I think. If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes?
Yeah.
And then I just leave it at that.
I agree.
Let's see. What do we have here? 1874, American inventor Joseph Glidden patents barbed wire.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of different variations on barbed wire. It's pretty nasty. I've worked with barbed wire. It never ended well. Yeah. And finally, 1703. This is big. 1703, the very first Lutheran pastor is ordained in the city of Philadelphia.
That's cool.
Justice Faulkner. He would, of course, change that name to Lindquist during the potluck that followed in the basement. I know. You know. We all know. Let's do this thing.
Gonna do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by snowyradio.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this wonderful Wednesday?
Who doesn't love pancakes, right?
Ooh, I love
pancakes, waffles, that kind of thing. You ever thought about maple syrup and just what the heck the ding-dang deal is?
Sure.
Oh, I like maple syrup.
Me too. This story just cleared my desk from Bloomberg. So over 70% of the world's maple syrup supply comes from
Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And did you know they work it just like the OPEC cartel for oil?
Oh, yeah.
I know that it's a It is big money, and
It's
people like steal
huge
it and
business.
Yeah.
Well, things have tightened up. There's been some people going without maple syrup around the world because of, supply chain issues and the whole
Sure.
Rona thing and blah, 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 blah. Well, the Quebec Maple Syrup Producers Organization says, okay, and we're prepared to drain nearly 50 million pounds of syrup from barrels in its strategic reserve.
Ooh.
It's about half its stockpile, and the most they've had to spring loose since 2008. But boy, it's going to cost you. Actually, output of maple syrup plunged 24% this year following a warmer and shorter spring harvest as overseas demand soared. According to the cartel, quote, we need to produce more maple syrup. That's according to Helene Normandin. The reserve is there to make sure that we're always able to sell and offer this product. Quebec accounts for more than 70% of world maple syrup production. Its supply is governed by a kind of government-sanctioned cartel. Quebec maple syrup producers sets bulk prices, caps production, sends unsold output to a warehouse somewhere in Quebec, allowing the agency a level of market control, if you will, rivaling the grip of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries has on their oil markets.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is
big
it's
business.
dark stuff.
Somebody actually broke in and stole a bunch of this.
I remember
There's
this.
a documentary I watched
Yeah,
about it. It was
a
fascinating.
big deal.
I had no idea.
And they got caught because they did something wrong with one of the barrels, and the barrel didn't look right. And then they realized, oh, hey, these have been drained. So it was like they got caught because they did some silly little thing wrong.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's a maple syrup cartel, and they're in Canada.
Yeah.
Again, I have no idea. I'm baffled how we've never gone to war with Canada.
Well,
They do stuff, and we just let it slide.
every once in a while they just send us some syrup and everything's fine.
So it's like, oh, this is Canada. It's okay.
Nobody's taking on big syrup.
Nobody's taking on big syrup. It's always big oil and big pharma.
I watched a comedian on Facebook this weekend. Made me laugh because he was talking about Quebec, how they just, they're the only one. There's French Canadians, so they speak French. He goes, that'd be like Nebraska, just saying, hey, we're going to speak Portuguese. And everybody is okay with it. He's like, I don't get that.
Canada's messed up.
It
It really is kind of.
Another comedian said, Canada's like the attic of America. There's a lot of cool stuff up there. You just forget about it.
It's true. The fishing's amazing. Gotta give
I
them that.
have not spent much time in Canada.
Have you ever been to Canada?
I've been over the border and then turned around and came right back.
I actually
when I
was
was
so
in college.
strange. A little fishing
It's like
trip.
a drug mule thing, Heidi. What's going on there?
Hey,
Little fishing.
big syrup. We don't talk about it.
Yeah. Fishing trip I took 100 years ago. I was on a river on the Canadian border, and literally half the river.
Oh, yeah.
You're
It's
in the
like
United States.
Yeah.
You go
International
fish on the
waters.
other half. You better have
Documentation.
Canadian
Papers,
permit.
yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of crazy.
So if you catch Canadian fish on that side, you have to have a different permit?
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of weird, the things we had to go through to actually fish that particular river and what the rules were. Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Well, very nice. Dan, thank you for that update, sir.
Absolutely.
This is what we refer to as stuff Dan finds interesting. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris, he's got to make a huge announcement on this Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, W-I-N-S Day.
Wednesday.
Giving away a state-of-the-art oil change. From our good friends at Tire Motive, driven by service right there on North Marion Road. Oil change freebie. Are you ready for this? Oh, and I should mention, throughout the entire month, what's left of it, every single oil change the Tire Motive crew does, portion of the cost of every oil change gets kicked over to Gail and the team at Big Paws Canine Foundation.
I love that.
This is the third
They
year
do
of
that.
them
Yep,
doing
third
that,
year.
which is really, really, really pretty sweet. Hey, Jody Kruger,
Yay!
get on up, get up on it, Jody.
This is a really nice prize.
It is a nice prize.
It really is, because you think, oh, I want an oil change, about $30,
Yeah.
whatever. You got a newer vehicle, you're running synthetic, that can be
Yeah.
up to $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? If that's the case, Tire Motive's got you covered.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They're not saying just we're up to this much.
Right.
Whatever vehicles run them, and they'll take care of it, which is pretty sweet.
Cool.
And they're also the ones that got our a fancy little car running fine and dandy. So thanks for that too.
Like I say, and this is a true story. I have been a customer of Tire Motive for 16 years now, or since they first opened, actually. Yeah. The only place in town I trust my Mustang to, and I'm a big fan of my Mustang.
Dan is he's pretty picky. So.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. You know, I asked you guys before we started today's little bonus hour here what I can do for you for Christmas, and you said nothing, so I've decided to paint your portraits.
I can't wait
I'm excited for that.
Although I'm not a painter.
That'll even be better.
But we'd like them nude, please.
Or
what?
It's our gift.
Do we have to pose for this?
Okay, now
I insist.
we're doing this for real. we are going to do this for real. That's all there is to it. Can't wait for the Facebook posts.
How about just a pencil sketch? I don't want to paint.
Or we could do this. You know, in case you've been wondering and just chomping at the bit, it is that time of year to start thinking about what to get so-and-so and how come it. You know what? Nothing says Christmas like a box of cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Cheese is cool.
Yeah.
Cheese
I
is
dig
good.
cheese. And cheese can be kind of pricey. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, it can.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dateline Brookings, South Dakota, now through December 5th. Now through the 5th, the SDSU Dairy Club is conducting their annual holiday cheese box sale.
Nice.
Nice.
Funds from this little operation support the SDSU Dairy Club activities, trips, scholarships, and more.
Have you ever had their ice cream?
The all-important more.
It's good.
I have. Yeah, they do a pretty cool job with this stuff.
I've never had the cheese, but I'm going to have to try it now.
Yeah. Customers can choose to include 4 1-pound blocks of cheese in each box. Okay, 12 different types of cheese. Mild cheddar. Really, what's the point of mild cheddar? I don't know.
I agree. Sharp or extra sharp all the way.
Aged cheddar, bacon cheddar, smoked cheddar. That stuff's hard to keep lit, but it's good. White cheddar, racist. Kojak. Oh, wait, here we go. It's balanced
I
out.
actually really like white cheddar.
Black pepper, Italian herb, jalapeno,
Nice.
chipotle garlic. That sounds interesting.
Huh.
Smoked Monterey, Jack, and Prairie Fire.
Ooh.
Yeah. Boxes can have mix of flavors, of course, or all of one flavor, whatever you want to do.
Get this stuff.
You can punch it up, dial it in at jackrabbitcentral.com/shop.
Nice. I'm going to check it out now.
Yeah, you
I'll
just
be doing
punch
that
up-
while you're
yeah.
doing the rest of the program.
You need to jump on the Jackrabbit SDSU website. They probably direct you where you need to go. It's for a good cause, and it's good stuff, and I just thought I'd throw it out there. And by the way, we talked about Canada earlier this morning.
Yes.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about Canada maple syrup. Okay, think about this. So Canada, if you want to go there, I mean, it's a border, right?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
have to go through border security and everything
Yes.
else, like entering any other country. The most smuggled item out of Canada, what would you think that is? Yeah.
I would assume syrup.
Is it the syrup?
Cheese.
Is it really?
Apparently, Cheese
Canadian
World and
cheese?
Canadian cheese. Yeah. Import,
I
export
just thought it was
taxes.
Wisconsin.
I don't know. I don't know why people do the things they do. I really don't. Life would be so simple if it weren't for other people.
That's
I've
right.
always thought that. Yeah,
Interesting.
There's a little asides there. So
Yeah.
there
very
you go.
interesting.
I've got to get a hard-hitting news broadcast put together here. So John, you do what you need to do, and we'll call it good.
It's not jackrabbitcentral.com/shop. It's just jackrabbitcentral.com. The /shop part made it like an error, but if you click the other thing, I'm shopping for cheese now, Dan.
I literally just read that web address off the press release I got.
They got it wrong, so it must have been a freshman that put out the press release.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Hey, boy, this does look. Dan, how much cheese do you want for Christmas?
Lots.
Loading you up. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by snowyradio.com, our commercial-free Christmas channel.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. Bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley with us. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We're one day before Thanksgiving, and now you guys are going to be kind of closed the rest of the week here, right?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to work on Thanksgiving?
No, probably not, but I will be a little bit. So let's talk right now. First of all, I'm thankful for my chiropractor. That's you. So that's a good thing to be thankful for. But we're going to talk about other things that people can be thankful for, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time to just look back on, how the year's been, be thankful for what you have and thankful for maybe some of the things that you don't have. And it's, we're blessed to be in business still. I know COVID's been hard on a lot of people. We're blessed to have met a lot of the great people that we've met along the way, like you and your wife, Heidi.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've had a blast. And for people who, if they don't have a chiropractor right now and they're trying to figure out if I should be a chiropractic patient, you should absolutely come to Balanced Life Chiropractic. It's a ton of fun to come here. And maybe even for people that have one, they're going, I don't have fun when I go to my chiropractor. That's me saying it, not Dr. Harley, by the way. But I think it's just a really fun place. But this time of year is also a time of year where we're going to have a lot of people getting together over the next few days and eating a lot of food. And that can actually cause some health issues too, can it?
Yeah, there's so many different health myths, right, about Thanksgiving. I know the most common one you hear is turkey makes everyone sleepy, right?
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
It's not so much the turkey, though.
What is it then?
So it's called tryptophan. So it's an amino acid that's in all meat. So a lot of people, that's the culprit, right? But like I said, every single kind of meat has the same amount. Cheese has actually more tryptophan in it.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's not even what you're eating. It's the amount of food that you're eating.
So I could go into a cheese coma just as much as a turkey coma?
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, who doesn't get like second helpings and third helpings and 10 crescent rolls on Thanksgiving?
She just looked at her husband for that, by the way.
Oh, him and my brother would have competitions who would eat more crescent rolls. So
I want in.
So there's a reason everyone takes like an afternoon nap after, they get done eating, because their brain's like, hey, stomach, we've eaten way too much food. Go to work. So.
Well, and there are some. I know people that have like an early Thanksgiving at lunchtime with one family, and then they cross town and they have like a dinner Thanksgiving in the evening with another family. So it's like double good.
Oof, I couldn't do that. That'd be a lot of food in one sitting. So that's a big part of it. Now people that are dieting, they're like, okay, well, I can't eat this. I can't eat this. I can eat this. This is bad for me, but this is not good for me. I mean, looking at turkey, everyone's like, oh, white meat. White meat's the stuff to eat, right?
Yeah.
White and dark meat have about the same nutritional value to it.
Really?
It's just that the dark meat is, the muscles that are used more, and the white meat is more like the flight meat because, they don't get used as much.
Gotcha. I see. I didn't even realize that's what the difference was.
Or potatoes. Everyone's like, oh, sweet potatoes. We got to do sweet potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
But they have actually a little more sugar than normal potatoes.
That's what makes them sweet.
Exactly. But they also have the same amount really of vitamins and minerals and things like that. So
how about stuffing? Is that okay?
Depends probably on the stuffing it depends what's in it and what kind it's made out of for sure. But in all, seriously, it's all just about portion control, right? Obviously everyone's like, oh, but Thanksgiving's so good. A lot of research shows that maybe on average you maybe gain a pound
There you go.
After your Thanksgiving meal.
I'm an overachiever.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not really like you're going to completely destroy your diet after one meal. But
And you can get back on track. And then we got Black Friday the very next day, and that's when people are out like pushing each other around.
Yeah, you run it all off, right?
You know, getting all their exercise in.
Yeah. But I mean, now we're going into Christmas, and now it's all the Christmas cookies and sweets and then the Christmas meal. So it's not just Thanksgiving, it's kind of the whole holiday.
Leave room for some more stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
And if somebody does have, whether it's a food related or shopping related issue, and they're going, boy, I could use some help, and maybe need a chiropractor, they can come and see you. Are you guys open again next week then?
Yeah, we'll be back to normal hours on Monday.
Very nice. Thank you so much. And like I said, I am very thankful for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, John. So
if somebody would like to reach out to Balanced Life Chiropractic, how do they find you guys?
they can shoot us a message at our Facebook page, Balance Life Chiropractic. We say over the holiday weekend, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Might be a day or two, just kind of depends when we wake out of that turkey coma. But
Very nice.
You can call us at 605-215-1785.
Very nice. You can also find them online at balancedlifesd.com.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out. Just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
And it's time right now for the newsiest news we do from award-winning news broadcaster Dan Farris. It's time for news.
Thank you, John.
I do what I can.
We're in the midnight oil, wearing out shoe leather, banging on desk demanding answers. That's what I do. Hey, let's say we warm up a bit, head on down to West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
Hey, this kid, I love this little girl, and she's got herself a little award from the police department down there. 9-year-old girl in Florida. Defended her mother from a ne'er-do-well.
Okay.
A mugger.
Ooh.
A punk.
Ooh.
A gangsta. West Palm Beach police say little 9-year-old Jorny Nelson and her mother were shopping for groceries at the Sabre Tropical Supermarket earlier this month. And according to mom and the daughter, we walked out of the store. The mom says, you know what? I did take a kind of glance at him because he kind of seemed out of place. And then I looked back at the car, and then I opened my door, and the next thing I know, I saw him running towards me. According to the mother, according to the police report, they say while Jorny's mother was loading groceries into her car, the suspect rushed up on her, began to violently pull at her purse before knocking her down on the pavement.
Wow.
Suspect told the mother to let go of her purse or, quote, "You're going to make me pop you." 9-year-old Jorny ran across the car during the encounter, punched him in the head, then kicked him in the face.
Nice.
He looked a little stunned, started running. She chased him.
Oh, my goodness.
And a girl.
For about 50 yards.
That is awesome.
Suspect initially did get away, was later identified as Demetrius Jackson, and was arrested 2 days later.
Wow.
And he got beat up by a little kid.
Yeah, Jorny's
Little
been
hero.
honored by the police department with a medal certificate for her quick actions and courage. According to a police spokesman, quote, I wouldn't recommend that you confront an individual like that, but in the heat of the moment, stuff happens.
Right.
There you go.
And he went on to say, I bet he was shocked when she kicked him right in the face because he definitely could tell on the video that he was not expecting that.
Well, who would expect that? But that's awesome.
Oh, that's adorable. And a girl.
Who's up for a little bit of sports? Anybody sports? Brought to you by Bert and the team at Hockey Headquarters right there in Sanford Sports Complex. Hockey, yes. New and used, you bet. Figure skating, and over 2,000 square feet of fantastic giftware, apparel, action figures, collectibles, you name it, something for everybody. Not talking too much baseball these days because it ain't going on, but the ballots are out, in case you're wondering who's on the list of major leaguers looking to make the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
This is always controversial. There's always somebody, and this year is no different. The 2022 ballots were released on Monday. They include Carl Crawford, Ryan Howard, Jonathan Peeblebourne, Jake Peavy, Jimmy Rollins, and the ones I want to address, Joe Nathan, beast pitching ace for the Twins. I don't think he's going to make it this year, but if he gets at least 5% of the vote, he'll be back next year because that's how it works. Okay. Love Joey. Also from the Minnesota Twins, love this guy, Justin Morneau. I think he just might make it, even though this is his first year on the ballot.
Huh.
Okay, then you got Prince Fielder, big boy, big bat, heavy hitter, unbelievable, and I think he tipped the scales at about 600 pounds. He had to hit home runs because if he just hit a double or a triple, he still wouldn't make it to first base. That's all there is to it. David Ortiz, Big Papi.
Okay.
He was something else. You know, he got shot a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, he got mistaken for somebody else, and in a bar, and he took a
Whoa.
couple of bullets. He lived through it, but heck of a player. In fact, the Twins had him, traded him in 2002, and he went on to be one of the biggest stars in the league.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Oh, that's what Minnesota sports franchises do. A.J. Pierzynski, love him. Number one, he's Polish. Number two, probably one of the beastiest, nastiest catchers to play in the past 20 years. I think he may make the cut. And then we've got A-Rod.
Okay.
Yes, he was a Yankees, he was amazing, but keep in mind, Alex did get a full season suspension for doping.
Oh, yeah.
That's always a problem. And
Yeah.
I think the clincher here is, I'll never forget, he did date Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't going. From the sunny 93.3 News Desk, I'm Dan Farris. Reminding you, if it's news, news to me. Thanks for watching, and gosh darn it, good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. The S&P 500 regained its footing Wednesday after a quick pullback in prices. The move is due in part to weaker than expected PMI numbers that suggest economic activity slowed in the month of November. Although Tuesday's action was bullish, the market could continue to fall on Wednesday simply because of lack of trading volume. The markets are closed Thursday for the Thanksgiving holiday and will not resume normal trading until Friday. Today's market action will be driven by a raft of economic data, including the GDP revision and personal income and spending data. The PCE Price Index, the Fed's favored tool for measuring consumer-level inflation, will be the release of the week. It's expected to accelerate on a month-over-month basis and rise 4.1% versus last year. A hotter-than-expected number would be bad for the market. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.